I didn't even write that. Ozzy Osbourne's funeral. Okay, everyone's back. Beautiful. Yes. Defeat is delayed. Silverback, what's up, Dal? What's up, Dal? Silverback says, "What's up, my friend? Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. We're celebrating Ozzy Osbourne. We're gonna watch together. Um, yeah, it's gonna be delayed for safety precautions. I'm sure. You know what I mean? You know how stupid people are, right? In this world. I'm in Birmingham. Oh, that's awesome, Ella. So I just so you guys know, I streamed on my other channel, Dell's Reacts. Now we're here. I had to sleep a little bit. I'm in America. I'm in the United States right now. It's 7:51 a.m. And I have to go walk my dog real quick. I literally rolled out of bed to see what was going on. And there's so many people that stayed. I hope Karen is still there, still here. I know she was been watching since 1 a.m. So there she is. There's Karen. I was just saying you've been up there. You're a rock star, Karen. I'm gonna go walk my dog real quick, feed my animals, my cats, and then we're gonna hang out. I'm gonna get my headphones because I'm gonna need headphones so that we could hear, everything. So just bear with me, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and it's sad what happened with Ozzy, but let's also look at it as a celebration of his life. You know, Ozzy meant so much to so many of us, and that's why we're here, right? Let's see. Yeah, that site was so on and off, on and off. I know Karen's been watching since the beginning. Did it shut off and never came back on, or on the Black Sabbath's bench site? What was the deal with that? We won't have a problem now because of the fact that there's so many news outlets that got it going on right now. So I'm gonna put this full screen for now, and I'll be gone for about 5-10 minutes. Let me take this off. Let me I should just leave that. I'll be right back, guys. Where's my phone? All right.
Ozzy Osbourne fans preparing for a procession that's going to take place through his home city. Ozzy died at the age of 76 last Tuesday, and a hearse is going to carry his body down Broad Street to Black Sabbath Bench and the bridge. That's going to happen in the next 5-10 minutes or so. The family members will watch that cortege. It's going to be accompanied by a live brass band. And we've seen numerous floral tributes piling up near the Black Sabbath Bridge in memory of Ozzy. There they are on the left-hand side of your screen. And there's also a book of condolences, actually. It's opened at Birmingham Museum and Art Gallery. It's currently holding an exhibition titled Ozzy Osbourne, Working Class Hero. Plenty more to come with James after the break.
It's making this noise. Hold on. Sorry about that noise in the background. So what I'm hearing is, if you go to Ozzy's site now, well, not the Ozzy site, that Black Sabbath site, it redirects you to YouTube. I think they realize that the freaking site can't handle the amount of people wanting to tune in. You hear the chants. Ozzy. I love it. Right in the chat, Ozzy. So here's another view. But it has no sound. I think this is a better view. I went on that Black Sabbath site, and they have like a different view. I'll show you real quickly. We'll come right back to here. You go to Black Sabbath site, they bring you over here to this YouTube channel. Westside BIN. But there's no sound. We want the sound, right? At least we could get this little different shot right here. more of a bird's eye view shot. But I would say hearing the fans is better, right? You like this shot or the other shot where we could hear audio, right? Audio or stay. Audio or stay. Stay meaning we stay here where the Black Sabbath directed us, their website, or go back where the audio is. Audio, yeah, I think everyone wants audio. I want audio. I was gonna say you guys are batch crazy if you don't want to hear the audio, right?
As well, so it meant a lot really for him to kind of give back to the city where he was born. Look, people have been here since the very early hours of this morning. I'll just step out of the way so you can take a look behind me. They are queuing for about a mile down this. Absolutely, the line going back is really sort of eight people deep. You've got people looking out of windows trying to get a good view, and people sort of standing on the sides of anything that they can get to really sort of get a sighting of what's happening, because they want.
That's awesome.
Much to heavy metal fans. He was a part of the band Black Sabbath that were responsible for inventing the genre, if you like, as well. After one critic described their sound as pieces of heavy metal banging together, it was a sound that took off, and which many artists over the years have cited Black Sabbath as being an integral influence over them today. But before the family, we think the family might be running a few minutes late. I was just going to try and lead you over here to get to one of the local reporters, Kirsty, from the Birmingham Mail. Look, Kirsty, for Birmingham, this is a big deal today, isn't it?
It is. We've been following Ozzy Osbourne. He first started his band Black Sabbath here, and we've been covering Ozzy Osbourne for that whole time. We've had lovely photos of him when he was young, and it just means such a lot to the city of Birmingham that the son of the city is coming home to say goodbye. It really means a lot.
He spent so many years living out of this country, though, but he never lost touch of his roots over here, and it was always special for him to come back, wasn't it?
Totally, and I think what's more important than that, rather than just where he lived, he always spoke proudly of being from Birmingham, and I think what that means for people in Birmingham, especially like all the artists and musicians that are growing up here, they're inspired because they can see that better things could happen. You could end up in LA in some mansion somewhere, but the main thing is that Ozzy made sure to let them know that that's where they could be, and I think that inspiration is what has lifted us, whether he's on our doorstep or whether he's thousands of miles away.
Since news of his death broke, what's the sort of feeling been in this city?
It's been pretty dreadful, I think, because it's been a bit of a roller coaster. It started off such a high on July the 5th when we saw Back to the Beginning, exactly. And then for his death so soon after, it just felt really quite dreadful. But it was poignant because it felt like he did it on his own terms, and he got to have this moment, and he got to do it with us, and now he's coming home, and that's a lot.
We think of sort of the fan-artist relationship as it can be such a sort of intimate thing when you're listening to music and what have you, and it being very personal. But there've been like grown men weeping on the streets that I've seen today. It really is a sort of personal dynamic that he's had with a lot of his fans.
Totally, and heavy metal, this is the home of heavy metal, so it makes sense that we're here. But I've found, just as a fan of heavy metal, that we come together as a community. So many of my friends and the social spaces that I go, the people that I spend time with, my boyfriend, you know, he's a heavy metal fan. We met because we've got that shared joy of heavy metal, and heavy metal's ours. And so I think everyone is touched by Ozzy because he made it. And so all of these life stories that went on, that sparked from what those four men started, I just think is probably the reason why it feels so personal.
And it was, I believe the cortege is starting to make their way down. So I will leave you now, Kirsty. Thank you so much for explaining that for us. We will just try to get our position back so that we can talk over the shots as they are coming. The family, as we said, have been the ones
Here they are.
Responsible for funding today. They're making sure that this could go ahead smoothly. It's been an important moment for them to come back, and for Ozzy to be able to. They're not describing this as the funeral procession. They want this to be one final tour for Ozzy of the city, is how they're putting it.
Much for that. We can now see the cortege approaching down the street in the centre of Birmingham. And you can hear the strains of Boston brass. This is the musicians. These are the musicians that are accompanying the hearse as it makes its very, very slow procession down through the center of the city. The family are there. You can see a number of vehicles in there. Let's just pause and listen to this as it comes closer to us.
Wow, this is wild. Oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps, man. Surreal. Crazy. Unbelievable. Woo. There he is. Ozzy, the purple flowers. There's a bouquet in the back. Wow. Crazy. I'm just bringing it back a little bit. I just want to bring it back real quick. You know? It's very sad. This way I could pause it right here. So you see they have Ozzy with the purple flowers right there. Can you guys hear me well in the visuals? Okay, hit 1, 2, 3 in the chat if you can hear everything. Just so we can get an idea what, just see everything. It's unreal, you know. We would think that I know me. I always felt Ozzy's gonna live forever, and I know he will through his music, but just never thought this day would come where he would actually pass away. And since I would watch him since I was a kid, I always thought to myself, Ozzy's not gonna live another 5, 10 years, and I've been thinking that for decades. And the day has come, you know. It's unbelievable. It's very sad. Very, very sad. Rest in peace to Ozzy Osbourne. Sheesh. Yes, Breakfast with Delzy's back, baby. Sadly. So I don't know if there's going to be an actual broadcast of the funeral. I'm going to look more into it. Wow. Extremely sad.
But you hear the crowds cheering and clapping as the hearse came by. The hearse itself, purple flowers on the top, the word Ozzy picked out and flowers on the side, and a single white hand-tied bunch of flowers at the back of the coffin. I'm joined in the studio by Paul Stokes, music journalist, and as we
bring this. So this is a new view now, maybe.
Here from this point down to the Black Sabbath Bridge, and that's where a lot of people have gathered here today. We think it might pause there, the cortege.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just shows the many lives of Ozzy Osbourne. You know, rock icon, reality TV star. You know, the whole thing with Ozfest, which made him a huge player in terms of global live music, promoting young metal bands coming through, young rock bands. He's had that thing, and then also the unique thing I think about Ozzy Osbourne is
they're doing Crazy Train now.
Prince Darkness, but he also gave across this really approachable, down to earth sort of personality, and it was amazing that you could be. Like as we saw right at the end at Aston Villa, be an icon.
So wild to me.
Sort of guy. And I think that you can see people have responded to that today.
Let's listen to the band again as they come past.
I can't believe it, man. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. Oh, okay, they're on the bridge. Right?
We were expecting that this might happen. The family, we think, are getting out here at the Black Sabbath Bridge to take a look at some of the flowers and the tributes that have been left to Ozzy Osbourne. Also, perhaps to engage with...
This is my Ozzy Osbourne tattoo I got done the other day. I've got a bat on my hand for Ozzy. Oh, there's Sharon.
And there, Sharon. Sharon Osbourne, his wife, was his tour manager. Helped by her daughter, Kelly.
Unreal.
And son Jack also, and other daughter, Amy.
Very sad. Wow.
The family taking some time to look at some of the tributes that are on the flowers, and also to be greeted and comforted by the mayor of Birmingham there also.
Sheesh. Ella writes heartbreaking. Oh man, look at the family. There's Sid Wilson in the back holding his son. who just proposed to Kelly Osbourne in front of Ozzy.
Sharon Osbourne there. Funeral difficult at the best of times.
Sid Wilson from
But this,
Slipknot.
compounded with the adulation from the crowds, must make it incredibly emotional.
I bet, which poor Kelly. This has gotta be really rough. And Jack. You know, it's wild to think too. Like, I know I haven't lost my dad, but I lost my mom, and it was so difficult. And there were so many people around, you know. But imagine this amount of people around. You're grieving. This is your parents, husband, in the case of Sharon, and you have thousands and thousands of people around. I know they're used to all the people, but when it's has to do with death, it's got to be very difficult. You know? And people are chanting, and you know, it's like it's got to be difficult. It's probably the last thing they want to hear is a bunch of chanting while their dad's dead. I know the fans mean well, but they've got to have so much emotion going on. I know Ozzy's probably loving this. Imagine Ozzy just jumped out and said, "I fooled you all, motherfuckers." Oh, God. It's wild, man. You know, you can die from a broken heart, too, you know?
As the family get back into the procession of 6 vehicles following the hearse, let's bring back in Paul Stokes, music journalist, who's here with me. And Paul, I mean, gosh, really emotional watching those scenes, weren't they? They looked absolutely flawed.
It's really sad.
The wave of love that came off the crowd.
Absolutely. I mean, we sort of known Sharon Osbourne as this sort of smooth operator, this real sort of beast of the music industry. And so to see her sort of wounded like that is, yeah, very moving. But I mean, it was interesting because the crowd, it sort of feels like a cross between an away day, a royal walkabout, and a solemn procession, which is kind of everything that Ozzy Osbourne sort of represents. It's brilliant.
We were talking about the children that came out of the hearse, and they are, all of them, you know, we know them all because of that reality TV show, which is another element to his extraordinary legacy. It sort of created the genre of reality TV, didn't it?
Absolutely. The Osbournes are 25 years old this year, and you think,
gosh, I can't believe it's that long.
I know. And it was like everyone in the world was watching it. I remember when we were sort of covering the program, it was always like, can you get Jack on? Can you get Sharon? Can you get Ozzy? Who? When people sort of announced it was going to happen, it was like, who cares? It's like, but the guy used to be Black Sabbath, and it just absolutely not only transformed reality TV, but you know, the reinvigoration around Ozzy as this global icon is absolutely amazing. All by just being himself and swearing a lot and being annoyed at dogs for a lot of the time, it seemed. I mean, it was so true to him.
It also means for those of us who maybe don't know much about Black Sabbath or aren't Black Sabbath fans, we feel a connection with the family because we sort of watched those kids growing up, haven't we?
Absolutely. And it was held by him being himself. Yes, there was no like, I've got to pretend to be this amazing rock star, you know, 24/7. He really let his true personality come across in that program. I think that, you know, that's why it worked. And then just seeing his children's reaction to, you know, having this sort of iconic yet slightly embarrassing dad on camera, it was a, you know, really, really warm program. It really kind of, you know, obviously, you know, it made them huge stars and there were sort of consequences because of that. But there was a real warmth to the Osbournes, and it wasn't sort of reality TV in its sort of more exploitative mode. It was a real sort of window on this sort of unique personality in his family.
We're talking about his personality. You interviewed him about 5 years ago. What was he like?
Oh, it was amazing. Everything you want him to be. I mean, like I say, he was an icon, but he was also incredibly down to earth. It was for Q magazine, and they used to have this back page where you don't have to ask silly questions. And one of them was like, "When was the last time you did?"
Let's see. From New York, he will never be the same. Let's see what the chat got to say. Let's go through the chat.
And the phone line went dead. And I was like, oh my God, I've offended. I didn't know it was possible. I've offended.
I'm going to bring this down. Let's see what's going on with the chat. IP Soldier, what's up, dude? He says, I'm expecting both Ozzy and Hogan to wake up during their funerals. They will lift Hogan's hand up and start doing the Hulk like he did in the ring. One of these. I don't think that's gonna happen. You know, with Ozzy though, man, he was always such a prankster. You know, a little part of me was thinking maybe he'd just jump out. You know, but he was in bad shape, guys. When we seen him during Back to the Beginning, he was really in bad shape. He kept trying to get up. There was that one point where you see him trying to get up. You get so frustrated, and I hated that. I really hated seeing him when he tried to get up and had so much trouble getting up. Now, are we gonna actually get to watch this funeral is the question. It's a little unclear if we are or not. I'm a little unsure what's going on with that. Does anyone have an idea of that? Are cameras going to be allowed in there? Or I assume they will be. I mean, they were for Michael Jackson. What other celebrity musicians passed away that they was at this magnitude? I remember watching Whitney Houston's. Matter of fact, I think we streamed that one too, a little bit of it. Here's another angle. More fans as they move off of the bridge.
Ozzy is a huge part of that, along with obviously.
See people throwing the flowers on the hearse.
Yeah, I heard Rick Wakeman on the radio this morning, and he was talking about that and how it was mainly chords before Ozzy Osbourne came along and Black Sabbath came along, and that it did really sort of pivot the whole genre.
Absolutely, and it made a new genre. I mean, because it was sort of rock music was going one way and had very sort of tradition coming out of blues, and heavy metal, and particularly where it expanded in the 70s and 80s.
It's so sad, man.
You know, it's this complete divergent path from where rock was up to that point, and is effectively a genre in its own right, and a massively, it's a brilliant genre, and it's massively huge, but it's kind of genre that, apart from like the Kerrangs of this world, none of music critics like me don't take.
I'm happy that you guys are here watching this with me, though. Thank you so much for watching this with me.
It is a community. People, no one tells you.
Or else I would have been watching this alone.
Absolutely adore it, and I think that's a big part of the album.
Thank you guys for joining me.
They treasure their heroes, you know, no matter how young or old they are. It was really always.
I thought I would have had someone to watch this with. I do. I have the other Ozzy fans, the real diehard Ozzy fans.
We'd be all about the person of the day. Obviously, he was always an icon in that community of music.
Yeah, so cool.
R.I.P. to the legend. I'll never forget you, man.
Absolutely.
I don't know, Dels. I think he'll be private, easier for Shannon to do this. Yeah, probably. They make film and put that later, you know,
that have been left there, and there's that,
which I respect.
Pictures of the hearse just there, Katie. Flowers on the front of the hearse.
That's what they did, I think, with Lemmy. I think actually Lemmy's funeral, they did have it live.
What does it feel like to be down there on the ground?
What an emotional moment. We journalists are used to sort of being quite hardened in these scenarios, and I just have to say a lot.
Fred.
We're in absolute tears just watching that. I'm joined now again by Kirsty Bosley from the Birmingham Mail. That was so emotional, wasn't it, Kirsty?
Dreadful, honestly. It was so sad. Sharon is normally so since she's known as being like this.
Yeah, the brass band was kind of funny to have that. I think Ozzy would have appreciated that.
lasted here as long as they could, really. It's only a week since the news of his death broke, so it must be hugely sort of emotional to try and come to terms with it.
Definitely seeing their grandchildren putting down flowers is just really heartbreaking. I think it's just really sad, and I think it takes great strength to show up for the people of Birmingham and let them say goodbye.
And I mean, what a goodbye from the people of Birmingham as well. There's all sorts of people in the crowds have been crying, and flowers were thrown onto the car.
They did so much. The show 2 weeks ago, and then this now.
Yeah, totally. And
They're really trying to give back to the fans, you know.
Call it Summer of Sabbath, but
So let them have their final goodbye to Ozzy, which is amazing.
You can just tell by the way that people are all joining together and strengthening one another that that's something that like can't die. And Ozzy said that. He said it at Villa Park. He said Birmingham forever, and you know that's how we feel. Birmingham forever.
To be talking to you in such an emotional time as well, but thank you for taking the time. Yeah, look, it's been a real sort of mix of emotions, really. It's been at times as the cars were passing by here, just really, really quiet, but interspersed with people wanting to chant Ozzy's name and make sure that the family can hear that they're here supporting them, as well as being able to say goodbye to Ozzy. I think, as said, then the family lasted as long as they could, but clearly it's hugely emotional for them. Hugely emotional for the people that are just out on the street today. He is an artist that has meant so much to so many people. We saw this a few years ago with David Bowie as well. I think he's an artist that just he's bigger than the music he made. He meant so much to people around the world, and I think that's what we're seeing today. People have wanted to just find a way to express the emotions that they've been feeling, which is a really rare thing for a celebrity to be that big but have such a sort of emotional and personal connection. A real moment to be here, really.
Absolutely, Katie. And when we think back to all of the tributes that were made to him when he passed away last week, you know, Ronnie Wood, Elton John, Rod Stewart, as well as Birmingham bands like Duran Duran and UB40. He didn't just have a place in the hearts of fans, you know, the
Unbelievable
fans, but real industry-wide respect.
Gotta love in the chat. I love it.
Music that he actually made. I mean, they invented a genre. Black Sabbath did. They paved the way for many of the modern rock bands that we see today. Their influences.
Yes, that's what I wanted to do, Karen, today. It's important.
I was actually talking to just about an hour ago, talking to one of the original roadies for Black Sabbath, who was with them.
We've been working on this since last night.
Ago when they took to the stage. And we were speaking about the fact that the Herculean effort that it took Ozzy Osbourne to get back on the stage, to get fit enough to give fans that final performance. But actually, if you were in the audience, and I was there, lucky enough to have a ticket to that, it was just such a moment. His voice sounded absolutely phenomenal and lasted throughout most of that gig. The effort that it took, I think you could see in his face, it was hugely emotional for him, seeing the reaction from fans. But for fans as well, I think, who got to see that last performance, it was just such a special occasion. And I think, in a way, sort of people had sort of rest on their laurels a bit, thinking that Ozzy seemed fit and well enough to do that, but it obviously must have taken such a lot of energy out of him to give that last performance. But look, a man who will be remembered not just for his music, but for his kindness and for the way in which people have interacted with him over the years. Even if they don't know him, I think people feel like they do know him because of his working class roots and because of the way that he didn't seem to kind of lose sight of who he was. And I think that's why, particularly for the people of Birmingham, he is such a special person, a special artist, and the like of which just we won't see again, particularly for the people of Birmingham. I think he has mattered so much to them over the years.
He certainly has, and that's really, really clear from the really warm scenes that we're seeing from down there. Katie Spencer for us in the heart of Birmingham, very close to the Black Sabbath bench, where we've just seen Ozzy Osbourne's cortege pass through and family members get out and read some of these tributes and lay their own flowers down there before they pass on to what will be a private funeral later on this afternoon.
So it will be a private funeral, it's confirmed.
Studio with us, Paul Stokes, music journalist, and Katie talking about the fact that he never lost his roots, he never forgot who he was, but also he was a man who My word, he lived the life of a rock star, didn't he? You know, in terms of the life and soul of the party, this was a man who loved to party. He'd sort of won life's lottery. I heard him once say he won this lottery.
Look, he loved to party, but he didn't die of partying. Think about that. He didn't die from partying. He died, you know, natural causes. Same with Lemmy. They partied their ass off. They both didn't die of that, though, right? A lot of rock stars died at a young age off of drugs. These guys didn't. They were built for this shit, right? They were really built for this shit, man.
Ticket, and he was going to spend it, and he just did, didn't he?
No, absolutely.
It's a miracle he made it to 76.
Well, it's okay. He kind of invented the archetype in a lot of ways in terms of that sort of, you know, hell-raising rock star. I mean, I know, obviously,
oh, poor Sharon. You know, they said it's going to be a private funeral, but they still may broadcast the funeral. We don't know that if it will be broadcasted or not. I mean, I know it's going to be private where they're not going to allow the people to come, but they may broadcast it. We shall see.
Had his issues with substances, and he was out of Black Sabbath for a bit because of that. And had to have reunion.
So what I will do is,
at the same time,
I will post, if I find out they're broadcasting it, I will post, you know, a heads up that I will go live on my social media. This is my social media right here, guys. DJ Dells. Follow my Instagram. The Instagram down below. Follow my Instagram and view my stories. I will give you guys a heads up. I will update you. I'm not going to leave yet. But I will update you all. And if there is the funeral, I will watch it with you all live. I don't want to watch that alone, you know. I had someone I thought I'd watch it with, but they, you know, I don't think that's happening now. So I'll watch with you guys, with other fans live, if that happens. I think we will be able to see it, though. I really do think so. R.I.P. Ozzy. My heart goes out to Sharon, Kelly, Jack, Amy, Stephanie, Luz, and Elliot. That's from Shelby. I do think it's understandable to be private. Yeah. When they say private, I think what they mean is, you know, private, not the public being able to come. I mean, that would be insane. Be an effing concert at a freaking funeral wouldn't be right. But I do think there's a good chance they may broadcast the actual funeral. As I said, they did with Lemmy. You could literally look up Lemmy's funeral on YouTube. It's up there. And they had people from Anthrax talk, Metallica. It was really sad. Really cool. They ended the funeral with them hitting his bass guitar, you know, the strings. But, you know, Ozzy touched so many of our hearts, you know, and it's been sad, you know. It's been really sad for a lot of us. Ozzy, Karen writes, Ozzy, thank you for what you've done for us all. My heart is so sore. Blast Ozzy music and please follow DJ Dells on social media. We are so proud. Thank you, Karen. Wow, I've been so shattered waiting for this funeral procession. Yet a few drinks in, I'm happy. Apart from poor Sharon, that sucks seeing her. So yeah. Black Sabbath is officially, July is officially Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne International Holiday. Yeah. July is my birthday. My birthday was last week, which I don't give a shit about. But, you know. Look at the fans. Oh. I feel a little sick off of this, you know? I'm going to be honest with you. The July 20th was my birthday. Yeah. Yeah, I feel a little sick off of it. You know, I was such a big fan. I said it on the the live show on my other channel from last night. I I listened to them so young. We used to go to my friend's house. His father would have the vinyls in the basement. They had a bar in the basement, and behind the bar, underneath on the shelf, they'd have vinyls, and we listened to Ozzy Osbourne, Paranoid. Black Sabbath's Paranoid, and Volume 4, and we'd love it. We couldn't believe how fucking awesome it was, you know. And then we started a band. I learned how to play guitar. He learned how to play drums. Rest in peace, my friend Frank. He died when I was 19 years old. It's rough. Another reason why I got this tattoo was to honor him, my friend. I'll show you this tattoo real quick. I got this done, and there's a link in the chat in the description if you want to watch me getting this tattoo done. I got this done in honor of Ozzy. You know, I don't have a lot of tattoos. I have one on my leg. I never was so wanting to get a tattoo so badly in my life. And I got it different than what Ozzy had. The one Ozzy has is smaller, and it's very dark, you know. And we couldn't get it right. So I wanted to do it like this, a little bigger. So I got this. My friend Matt. Shout out to my friend Matt Flowers. He did the artwork, and thank you so much. It's just so unbelievable, you know. Whew, so unbelievable. But there's so many fans. Bruce Lee died on the 20th. Ozzy Osbourne the 22nd. Yeah. Very sad, man. Ozzy lived a hell of a life, though, you know. Think about that, too. And if he was suffering, you know, you couldn't even stand, really. Just think about that, you know. I know me, I don't want to live if I'm suffering, you know. I don't want to live if I'm suffering. That's for sure. You know, they put dogs down when they suffer, right? Humans have to suffer. So he may have wanted to. You don't know it. But, you know, I seen video that Kelly Osbourne posted of him at the breakfast table, and he seemed in good spirits, you know. He didn't seem like he was like, you know, but that's a 3-second, 5-second video. Ugh. Ellis says he's at peace now, and I hope his family finds peace. Yeah, well, that's gonna be very hard for them, I'm sure. Thanks from Puerto Rico for putting this up, man. Thank you for tuning in. As I said, you know, I had no one to watch this with. I said, let me go live and spend it with the true Ozzy Osbourne fans, you know. The stream has ended. Let me find something else. I don't want this to end. And once again, I'm going to look into, oh my goodness. So this is off of Ozzy. Yeah, this is off of that Black Sabbath site right here. Look at the sea of people. So many people, man. Yeah, if the chat's moving, we'll keep talking more and more. We'll hang out, share your memories, your thoughts. International Black Sabbath Ozzy Osbourne Month, folks. David says, You know, I'm gonna be real with you, David. I think it's gonna be Black Sabbath year this year. I don't. I think we're gonna be celebrating the life of Ozzy forever, maybe eternity, right? Because I can't stop thinking about Ozzy passing away, and when I don't know about you all, I'm gonna put my social media up here because if I find out about the funeral, it's gonna be a private funeral, but that doesn't mean they're not gonna stream it. So make sure you follow my Instagram, which is DJ Dells. It's on the bottom left-hand corner. And then follow my Snapchat, my public Snapchat. That's DJ Dells. There's no Snapchat logo, but I'm going to post the link there, and I'll post the link on my Instagram stories. So make sure you follow there, because if I hear anything about it, about them broadcasting the funeral, which they may do, I will 100% be watching this live. But thank you all once again for joining me. Right. Love you always, Ozzy from Italy. You know, everyone loved him from all over the world, right? Mm. Keep the chat moving. We'll stay on it. Ozzy was my first concert in '95. Intro was so funny. My first Ozzy concert was '96. I have the T-shirt downstairs. You know what? I want to get that T-shirt because I said last night I was going to show it. And I really need to walk my dog. I didn't even walk the dog yet because the dog was still sleeping. I rescued this dog from the shelter that they were going to put down. Ozzy is eternal. Yes. Crazy Jokes Film. Okay. That's right, my friend. You're damn right about that, man. Let me get that shirt. Yeah, I'm going to go get that shirt. I'm going to walk to my dog real quick. And yeah, this is so unbelievable. I've never seen a hearse like that, too. What kind of hearse was that? Have you guys have seen a hearse like that Ozzy was in? I've never in my life seen a hearse like that before. I'm gonna put this big. Let me take these out. Yeah, I've never seen it with the window so big like that, where you could see through it like that. You know, when I mean, they're worth so much money. You know, they're gonna have all types of stuff available. Me, when I die, they probably put me in a freaking cardboard box on a little with little wheels on the side. But Ozzy, you know, I mean, well deserved. He deserves all the money he owns, right? He has, right? But I've never seen such a hearse with all the windows where you can see through it like that. It's wild. All right, let me go take care of these animals. I'll be right back. Love you guys. is this? I have some images, still images right here. There's the hearse. We had the Ozzy flowers in purple. There's a family shot. Very sad. Very, very sad. There's Kelly waving at the fans. Oh, man. We've been streaming. We started streaming last night at 1 was it around 1 a.m. we started streaming last night? Karen was with us. Karen's been up for over 12 hours. Oh my God. Yeah, Karen's been up with us for over 12 hours. I took a little nap. It's unbelievable, you know, that this day has come. It's really unbelievable this day has come. So we did a stream last night, and then we came and to my other channel. This channel is a little bit of a bigger channel, so I wanted to do this here. Hey, easy. You hear my cat and dog. They're about to go to war. Stop. No war. War's no good. Listen to War Pigs. So yeah, that's the other channel, Del's Reacts, if you want to watch that. We had a great conversation in the chat, but there's a lot more people now here. What do you guys think is your favorite Ozzy album? What is your favorite Ozzy album? Mine is Diary of a Madman. That's my favorite. Okay, we'll go over it. We'll check that out right now. CNBC. I'm gonna check that out right now. I'm gonna look for that right now. This is the shot that Black Sabbath brought us to, and we reacted to a way better stream not too long ago. I'm gonna just search Ozzy Osbourne, and I don't know if we'll get if there will be a funeral. I don't know if we will get that, but bear with me one second. Take this off. I'm gonna go to where you said the CBN. Let's take this down. I'm gonna remove this, and then excuse me, 1 second, guys. I'm pressing every button but the button I'm supposed to be pressing. I swear. Shh, guys, stop fighting. What the heck? Here we go. Hey, stop. Please. Fire in the Sky. Love that song too, man. Hole in the Sky. I think didn't Metallica do that song at the tribute? Well, the final show, Fire in the Sky, such No Rest for the Wicked, such a great album too, man. Poor Zakk Wylde, right? You know, Zakk looked at Ozzy, I'm pretty sure, as like a dad, you know? Shout out to Ella, Fred, very active in the chat. Of course, Karen. I'm subscribed to both your channels. I hope you come across. Yes, please. You seem awesome. You hear the fans. Okay, so these are just highlights now. Because now they're on the bridge. This is highlights from what we witnessed earlier. You hear the microphones can't even handle how loud it is. It's distorting. Mm. Poor Sharon. She was a real ride or die for her man. Real ride or die. Ozzy was so lucky to have someone like her. It's hard to find someone that's always there for you, no matter what. So hard to find that in life, you know. She always had his back. And Ozzy definitely was, I'm sure he was a big pain in the ass at times. There's the mayor right there. And all of this was funded by, the Osbournes. So, a lot of people don't understand. All this cost money for them to have all this going on. Shut the city down, and they wanted to make sure the fans got to say their final goodbye, which is a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful thing. Oh wow, Stephanie. Hmm. A great album. Coming. Love that album. And Jakey Lee was at the actual Back to the Beginning, which was very cool to see him over there. Oh God, I didn't see that shot. Oh, that's beautiful. Whew. So sad. Thank you all once again for tuning in. I would have been watching this by myself. And Ozzy has so many grandkids too. That's Sid Wilson, by the way. For those that don't know, from Slipknot, holding that's Kelly Osbourne's child. And Sid Wilson was able to propose before Ozzy passed away. In front of Ozzy, proposed to Kelly. We covered that video on my other channel, Del's Reacts. But yeah, I gotta thank you all for tuning in. You know, um, the real Ozzy Osbourne fans are here. Watching now from Australia, Tony. Welcome. That's right. That's what this was about, you know. That's what happened last night. I said, you know what? Let me go live. I was so pissed off last night, you know. And I've been wanting to go live and talk about Ozzy. I've been so emotional because I've been so, you know, I've listened to Ozzy for decades since I was such a little boy. I listened to Ozzy when I was 7 years old. As I said earlier in the stream, I listened to Ozzy. Me and my friend Frank, we would go downstairs. They had a beautiful house. They made their dad made a lot of money. We'd go downstairs, get a bar in the basement, record player, listen to Black Sabbath records. So I've been listening to him for forever. We used to play the music. I learned how to play guitar, learned how to play drums. We play in that same basement, you know. And I've listened to him ever since, all the time. I never stopped listening to Ozzy. You know, as you get older, you stop listening to certain types of music or groups or artists. And you know, I never stop. I listen to Ozzy more and more and more and more and more. But last night, you know, I was so effing pissed off at someone last night. Whereas it distracted me from being so emotional. So it's a gift and a curse, you know. Some people are so effing fake in this world. But because I'm so pissed off with this person, I'm able to do this right now and not be so. I'm not this emoji. Cry, you know. I'm so upset with Ozzy passing away. There's so many fake people though in the world, man. It's a shame. So sad. It's sad that this day has come, you know. He never stopped to the end. He gave his 2 weeks notice and said goodbye, everyone. It's unbelievable. Yes, I agree. Ozzy was tired, man. He couldn't even stand up, you know. Karen says because your soul needs his music, you can do this. Does keep moving on, my friend. We love you. Thank you so much. I love you too. Get out of here, Harris Teeter. Jesus, what is this shit? For those that don't know, Harris Teeter's a freaking grocery store. Get out of here. This crap. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. The Osbournes have a YouTube channel that's been live since he passed, and it kept me laughing. Really? I need to look into that more. Thank you for your live, Ozzy. Love so much. A lot of love in the chat. I love you all. Good night. Good night, Troy. Good night, Troy. Alice says, R.I.P. to the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne. Keep it rocking. Keep it rocking. Keep on rocking. It's gone, but never forgotten to all of us metal. Yeah, Ozzy's gonna live forever through the music, man. The music's legendary. It's beautiful. His music, you know, it's everything you could ever want. Heavy, tough, rough, but also beautiful. Geraldo writes, my favorites are No Rest for the Wicked, Ultimate Sin, and Blizzard. Love from Puerto Rico and been up forever. Thank you, Ozzy. I agree with this from Miranda. Ozzy would not want us to mourn his death, but would want us to celebrate his life. I'm still so sad he's gone, but I feel better knowing that he's not in pain no more. Yes. Amen to that. I agree. 100%. Ball lighting. Thank you for keeping us connected to the legend. He is very much missed. Yes, Mark. Thank you for tuning in. I really, as I said, I really wanted us to all just come together, you know. Pause. Hey, yo. Keep on rocking there, Ozzy. Yeah. My favorite song's Crazy Train. You know, I love Over the Mountain. I love that song so much. I love all. There's no bad Ozzy song. I mean that I think. I don't think there's any Ozzy song that is bad. He's so good, you know. And his ear was so sharp, you know. If you think about it, the amazing musicians he had all the time, right? I mean, Black Sabbath, they put him in the band, right? That's why they were able to get him out of the band and get Dio in there. But when he started his own band, the musicians, oh my God. You know? No More Tears. Ozzy. Yes. That's right. And once again, I do not know if they will broadcast his funeral, but if they do, I will try to do a broadcast for that. That's going to be tough, but you know, I don't want to watch that alone. I'm very confident they're going to broadcast that, and I'm gonna watch that with you guys. I will watch that with you guys too. If that happens, make sure you follow my Instagram. It's on the corner. Instagram and view the stories. I don't post a lot. I post good shit though. I do post some good stuff. You'll love my Instagram, but I post a lot on my stories, and I will tell you guys I'm going live. And also my Snapchat is DJ Dells. X app, Snapchat, Instagram follow. I apologize for the don't cash apps and I can't remove this. It's artwork. It's already pre done. I'm not asking for money or anything. So please don't get the wrong idea with that. It's already up there for when I'm streaming. I don't want to come off trashy or a piece of shit, you know. He is real rock and roll. Yeah, I mean he's the GOAT. He's the greatest. Without him, we may not have gotten Metallica and all these amazing bands we love. Anthrax, Megadeth, Slayer. Shout out to North Carolina. In the building, baby. USA, let's say love you, Osbourne family. USA, you guys rule. Love you all. We love you. We love everyone all over the world. I always say there's two type of people. There's good people and assholes, you know? No matter where you are in the world, right? Ozzy Osbourne was an absolute rock and roll legend. He may be gone, but his music will live on. Condolences to his family. Yes, Alice. Alice Fry checking in. People all over the world is in this room right now. It's beautiful. Quebec, Canada. Where's everyone from? It's cool to see where everyone's from. Boti Cutie, R.I.P. Ozzy. Robin. Robin says, God bless. Watching from Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out to Memphis. I always wanted to go to Memphis. I heard it's really nice there. I'm from New York and I moved to North Carolina. I wish I lived back in New York. For a little bit, I was enjoying living here. Gil, right? R.I.P. Ozzy from Canada. Prayers sent to the families. A lot of people from Canada tuned in. Shout out to Canada. Canada's representing. They repping. We shouldn't have had Ozzy without Shannon. They go hand to hand. We love them. Ride. Yeah, as I said, Shannon, what a ride or die woman. That woman stood with him through everything. You know, that's real love. I always say it's easy to love someone when the times are good, but when the times aren't good, and she was loyal. That's the biggest problem. People aren't loyal no more, you know. But that woman was pretty freaking loyal to that man. Watching from Savannah, Georgia, Erica. What up, Erica? How are you? Erica Wilson in here. Alice Fry, RIP from Bristol, UK. Beautiful. New Zealand in here. No, she was just Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne, the universe's best. Yes, you're right about that. I am in, I think, West Virginia. Ozzy Osbourne lives, people sing, love it. That's right. Rust in Paradise, Ozzy Osbourne, Big Money Santa. Oklahoma in here, baby. That's right. Make sure you guys run them likes up too, please. Maybe we can get 1,000 people in here. We share this. Everyone share this. Let's see. Maybe we get 1,000 people in here. San Antonio walking in here. Daryl. Remember when Ozzy and Jack were back at the Alamo? Ozzy is the greatest there is and will be. That's right. Montreal, Canada. A lot of people from Canada in here, man. Feeling for his family right now. Sharon was very loyal. Yeah, you don't find people like that. You don't, you know. Sadly, you think you may, but a lot, you know. There's been times, I'm sure all of us, we thought we met someone loyal, then they do some shady crap, you know. But Sharon, forget it. I miss you, Ozzy, so much. Awesomeness voice. Australia, Fred. Fred's been in here for a while too, since the first live we did earlier. Well, it's not a funeral. This is, you know, the final ride, right? And I think the funeral won't start till a little later today. Let's all send our prayer of strength to the film. Yes, Nancy. That's right, Nancy. Take note, everyone. Sharon gave a one finger salute. I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, my cat and my dog are not happy with each other. Yes, that was this was at 8 a.m. A little bit after 8 a.m. Stop, guys. Stop fighting. Yeah, that's my cat. And maybe barking at the meowing at the moon. Gosh, my phone. Just memories now. Watching from Colorado. Shout out to Colorado. Yeah, let us know where everyone is from. Look at them headbanging. This is highlights now. It was live. Now we're just watching highlights. The chat is still moving, so I wanted to stay here. Watching from South Africa. Yeah, we Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Nancy. Thank you for joining us. There's so many fans walking in and just saying, you know, they're sharing their feelings. I wanted to stay on a little bit longer.
As a professional mechanic,
Oh, I got stupid ads.
Icon tools complete every repair without giving an inch. Go with
Damn advertisements. They're making 2 Ozzy Osbourne movies. Can't wait to see them. Why are you saying CNBC? Your cat is saying, "I miss you, Ozzy." Sounds like a this cat is so big, you have no clue. The cat is humongous. So is that cat pissed off? Yeah, I think so. The cat is on my bed, right? And my dog is on the other side of the bed. The cat hates the dog. The dog wants to be friends with the cat. So the cat is just staring down on the on she's just staring down my dog right now. It's like you guys really want to know more about this war between the cat and the dog. Oh man. It's funny too because when I walk the dog, the cat will wait for the dog to come back inside. It's wild. Make sure you guys follow my Instagram at DJ Dells and check out my stories. If they do broadcast the funeral, I will definitely broadcast live. It is a private funeral. Of course, the public won't be invited there, but they may broadcast it. They did that with like Lemmy and a lot of celebrities throughout the past, And it's one of the biggest celebrities ever in the world, biggest musicians in the world. Yeah, that's right, Karen. That is right. Yeah, they have a love-hate relationship. They sure do. Oh, man. There's still 84,000 people on the world camp despite it's going down for 8 hours now. Wow, that's amazing. Well, Ozzy meant so much to us all, you know? He meant the world to us. I freaking got a tattoo for him. I'd never get a tattoo for anyone. Maybe Metallica. But, you know, I got a effing tattoo in honor of him. And I don't have a lot of tattoos. I really don't. I don't have a lot of tattoos. So, you know, I did it because I wanted it so badly. I wanted it so badly because I just was like, he meant so much. He means so much to me still to the forever. Forever, he means so much to me, you know? I had my friend do the tattoo for me too, which was cool. He's an actual friend of mine. And I have a video of me getting that tattoo. You guys should watch it. It's really cool. I had to take it off YouTube because of me. I was blasting Ozzy. YouTube, you know, they're so strict with copyrights, right? Jesus Christ. Yeah, but thank you all for joining me. You know, I'm actually going through something right now, so it's nice to have some company right now. Uh, yes, amazing. Oh, he was killing it, right? How good did they sound, Black Sabbath? Sheesh. They sound so good. They were killing it, right? Unbelievable. Unbelievable how they sounded. Yeah, this I put this in the description and in the chat if you want to watch me getting this bat tattoo. It's on Daily Motion. I put it on Daily Motion because they make me remove the video. Well, Oi, oi, oi. Australia. Ella writes, Ozzy all around the world. So amazing. See Heaven and Hell. I got to see Tommy Iommi play, chatting with Tony at the stage where he was. Wow, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Look at the people even in the windows. Let's listen to a little. These shots are historic. Years from now, decades from now, people are gonna watch these shots. And people are always going to listen to Ozzy, Ozzy, Metallica. These are people that put music out that's timeless. You know, absolutely timeless. There won't be someone at this level of like this legendary level to to leave Earth like Ozzy. You know, I mean, you know, Metallica. Like, I don't even want to think of that day when we start losing the guys from Metallica. I mean, we all have an expiration date. Every one of us will die one day. You know, but you know, I mean, I can't imagine the day like we would lose like anyone from Metallica. That's gonna destroy me too. Oh yeah, Iron Maiden. Sheesh, they're in good shape though. A lot of those guys though, they look like they're doing good. You know. Ozzy's era has passed. Music is dying under the weight of corporate streaming. I think it's part of what we mourn. Yeah, Fred, it's the pure being. The music is so pure. It's not pure like it used to be. It's not pure. Love those songs. Which favorite songs from Black Sabbath and Ozzy? I love Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, War Pigs, of course. I mean everything really. But with Ozzy, I think Diary of a Madman is one of my favorite songs. I love also Over the Mountain so much. And all the singles, the classics. Yeah. Electric Funeral. Boom, 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 boom. And Pantera did a cover of that the other night. Yes, Mr. Crawley. Man. Symptoms of the Universe. The drum battle was so good, right? At Back to the Beginning. Oh my god, it was so good. Yeah. There's only certain bands that the music keeps going at a big magnitude. Metallica's one that forever. Yeah. Great song. You can't kill rock and roll. Yeah, man, I love that freaking album so much. Yeah. My favorite, definitely Diary of a Madman. Oh yeah, that's my shit too.
I ordered 200 hand-forged knives to my dorm room and built a Wix website to sell them. I'm Noah Rosen, founder and owner of Forged to Table Knives. Working my way up through the culinary industry, I knew a lot of people that would love an affordable handcrafted knife, so I saw the opportunity and built my own online empire. When someone first gets to forgetable.com, we want them to have a curated shopping experience. With Wix, the detail and precision we put into crafting every knife went into the website in the same way. At Forge to Table, we're all chefs. So our blog is our creative outlet. With Wix, we're able to provide content and really good recipes that are really delicious while bringing customers into the products. Having a great platform means that we can serve 1,000 customers on the site every day, $1 million in revenue, and I'm just getting started.
No problem, Tony. I'm glad you enjoy it. Oof. Tired. Yeah, Jakey they tried to take him out, man. That's wild that they did that. It's crazy they did that. Excuse me. I'm getting fucking hungry. I'm not gonna lie.
How are you, my friend? You're okay? Nice to see you. How are you? Can I grab a soundbite off you?
I knew what you meant. I hate when people be like, "That's not how you say it," and become a big douchebag. You know what I mean? Like, we knew what you meant, brother. No, you guys hang out, have you do your thing. If you guys gotta go, I feel bad. If there's a good amount of people in here, I'd hate to end it. You know, it's unbelievable, this whole thing, that this is it. You know, but I will try to go live later. I really appreciate you being thoughtful too, though. But look, we need to celebrate, enjoy the music. You know. Ella, you're too sweet. Thank you. Yeah, I've had a rough day, evening. Every time you yawn, I feel guilty. I'm not even gonna be able to sleep. I got in a really bad fight with someone close to me, so I'm very upset to begin with. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, I think if I wasn't so annoyed at someone, I would probably be a lot more emotional right now. So I'm chilling. It's 10 o'clock p.m. right now. 10 o'clock a.m. Excuse me. Holy crap! And we're hanging out watching these highlights, courtesy of NBC. Excuse me. That's the yawn you're talking about. And definitely, once again, watch that me getting the tattoo. That tattoo video you'll really enjoy because you're seeing friends. Well, one I thought was my friend. This girl, she's been acting funny as shit. I don't know what's her deal. She's acting real shady. I don't know what the fuck with her. Good night, Tony. And by the way, Sharon was wearing Ozzy's chain and ring. The reports are saying. Poor Sharon. There's Ozzy. If you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like too, guys. Shout out to all the fans. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't even know where we are in likes. I haven't checked. I'm on when I stream on StreamYard. It's a program, so I can't really see, but yeah, run them up. And once again, make sure to watch when I get the tattoo. Karen, you got to watch that video. You'll really like that video. It should be in the description box. Yeah, I'm surprised we don't have more. But yeah, that's the video link. It should be in the description too, underneath the screen. Wow, I've been streaming for almost 2.5 hours. I didn't even realize that. I appreciate you too. Shout out to Karen, Ella. Excuse me, Ella. I'm sorry. I'm so tired. No, it didn't. Stop trolling. There's no way. Are you talking about the original? You're not talking about Bruce Dixon. I know what you're saying. Sorry, excuse me. I didn't get what you meant at first. I love the Ozzy chants. Okay, yo, make sure once again follow my social media. The Instagram and the Snapchat is DJ Dells. Follow that and always view my stories. And check out all the content here. We've interviewed so many amazing people here, from Megadeth to Anthrax. Yeah, that's what I didn't catch it. I caught myself after. Rest in peace. You know, we've lost a lot of people, man. Gail's been in here for a while too. But yeah, I'm gonna get some stuff done today. I have a lot of stuff I need to do today. And I will keep in touch with you guys through social media and also here on both of the YouTube channels. It was really nice to meet a lot of you. You guys are amazing people. We all love Ozzy. I'm gonna continue posting Ozzy content. So, you know, there's so much Ozzy short videos on this channel, and my other channel, Dells Reacts, has a lot of Ozzy content too. Dells Reacts on YouTube. So if you are not following, subscribe to Dells Reacts. Do that right now. And Well, I'm gonna be. It's not fun. We're all together. I'm just trying to put a platform for us, so we could all just, celebrate good music, what we have left of it, right? It's very hard to find people that, love what we love, right? I know for me it is. Thank you guys for today. Yes, we will. We will. And we let this go by one more time. I will show it's disrespectful to cut it right when they're driving by.
Losing money on ads without results?
All right, guys. I love y'all. Peace and love, guys. Rest in peace to Ozzy. Ozzy Osbourne for life, man. We out of here. Peace, everyone. Be good to one another.